Right, so it is once again time to get freaky. No, it's not a horror game Thursday. Today we are back for more Weirdos of Tinder. So let's just jump straight into it. All right, first up, gotta be kidding me. My most irrational fear, men with wide necks. Oh, we're body shaming now, are we? What's that dude called? The guy with the really wide neck that's friends with the guy with the smallest, skinniest neck in the world. These guys, what an unlikely duo. Sorry, bud, you're not good enough for this girl. Daddy Longneck, however.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Wait, what? They make music together? Daddy Longneck and Wideneck. The next big thing. Damn, they capitalized on becoming a meme. Fair play to them. What a funny duo. Oh my goodness, how did I not think of Big Ed? Damn, RIP the ArthurTV channel. Don't let her anywhere near a motorsports event. Wait, what? They're high risk for heart attacks, very rational. And sleep apnea, apparently. Interesting. Not sure it makes it rational to fear them, but you learn something new every day. Nailed it the second time. Or why are you shaming this person who you didn't even match with? You have your answer to your question. Oh my goodness, what the hell? No, you know what, low letter say 290? Good point, well made. How can you be fearful of Chris the neck Chad? All right, next. This guy liked my profile. I fear I really don't find this funny at all, regardless of if it's a joke or a reference. Two truths and a lie. I murdered my ex-girlfriend. She's buried in the mountains and I love hiking. Oh my goodness. What a terrifying prompt to have on your profile. I always think like, if it's this guy's humor, he's at least filtering out people who don't have a similar sense of humor. But surely he's going to be aware that this is going to put 99% of people off, right? Maybe there's a wholesome twist and he actually didn't murder his ex. And she is actually buried in the mountains. He loved hiking. They loved hiking together. And there was a lovely burial ceremony up there. But what a weird twist on it. And also, let's be honest, that's not going to be the case, is it? It's probably in the top 3, if not number 1 things that women will fear when on a dating app is like, is this guy going to kill me? And this guy's saying he's killed his ex. Is it a joke? Probably, but not worth finding out. This is also one of those things that you see when you watch like a true crime documentary and the FBI are like, yeah, we had a file on him. He said that he murdered his ex-girlfriend and buried her in the mountains. So 20 years later, we decided to go check in the mountains and we found her. It's like, oh, the signs were very much there. It's like that heavy metal musician guy that had a bunch of songs like, I have skulls and guns in my basement. And it just turned out that he actually did. Oh, here, more than 80 firearms and 3 skulls found in Cannibal Corpse guitarist's home. And they have a song called, I have guns in my house for murder and my home is full of skulls. Or this, do you remember this? How to Murder Your Husband writer sentenced for murdering husband. She literally had an essay titled How to Murder Your Husband and got sentenced to life in prison for shooting hers. It's like, even if only 1 in a million people that have this on their profile are actually being serious and it actually is a confession, it's not worth finding out if it's that one. What do the comments say? Yeah, this isn't even clever or witty. That's the worst part, is it? There's not even like, it's not even like dark humor. There's not really a joke there. It's just straight up shock value, yeah. And not the funny kind. And I bet he's complaining on some forum somewhere about how women don't give nice guys like him a chance. All right, next up, I can fix her. What if I shoot myself on our first date and change the course of the rest of your life? What is with people and going so extreme on dating? I mean, I know you've got to stand out on dating apps, but is this the way to do it? I mean, at least this time the threat and violence is self-inflicted, but risk of trauma. And if you're joking about that, you might also be insane. You must be a little bit to have that as your Tinder bio. Unless that is a water gun, but I think that's Apple changing pistol handguns to water guns. I don't think she means what if I squirt myself. That's not a way of saying it either, is it? But I mean, mid-first date, that probably would also change the course of the rest of your life. But I fear that's threatening a very different kind of time. Moving on. All right, next. A swing and a miss. Hey, what's a girl like you doing matching with me? Not to be dramatic or anything, but I would absolutely rail you. I mean, that is a bit dramatic. I was going to say, I thought these were like spaced out days apart. And I was like, you know what? She didn't reply to your hey. Didn't reply to your nice question. You know what? A week later, you might as well swing. You might as well throw the Hail Mary. But hey by itself, probably a bit boring to stand out. You did ask a question, so you did okay, but you waited less than an hour before threatening to rail her. Or maybe threatening is the wrong word. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Offering. I feel like you should have let this one marinate just a little bit longer before you go for something this wild. What do the comments say? Why on earth you don't respond when you match? Ladies, please be a little human. Reddit moment. Brother, look at the date and times. People have lives, for God's sakes. Annoying that it says today so you can't see how long, but I mean, what's that going to be? mid-December, like a week and a half from Christmas when everyone is very busy, and you just said, hey. I don't know if this is a couple of days later or a couple of weeks, but you gave her less than an hour to respond to your first question. If these were all like weeks apart, I'd be like, you've got a bit more of a point, but they're not, so this one's on you. All right, next. Did I screw up? Hey, since I haven't heard from you in 3 days, I assume you're gonna ghost me. Tell me if you are still interested in going out on Tuesday, so that way I'm not wasting my time on you. Bloody hell. I mean, valid to send a message being like, come on, it's been 3 days and we have plans. What's going on? Am I being ghosted right now? But saying, I assume you're going to ghost me and tell me if you're still interested, so I'm not wasting my time. It's like, bloody hell. It's a bit intense. All right, what does she say? Hey, I've been celebrating my brother's birthday this weekend and there's been a lot going on, so I haven't been checking Tinder. I wasn't trying to ghost you whatsoever, but I can see how it came off like that, which I didn't intend for, so I apologize. But I don't really appreciate this message and feel like you could have approached me differently about it because I've been really looking forward to meeting you. So I think I'll pass, but I wish you well, Brian. That is such a valid response. Explaining it and being like, hey, that is entirely my bad. But also being like, you went about this in a really weird way. Kind of shot himself in the foot because I think if he had just been like, hey, it's been 3 days, what's up? Are we still on? I feel like I'm being ghosted a little bit here. Then she could have been like, oh, sorry, been away celebrating my bro's birthday this weekend. Been a lot going on. Haven't had time to check Tinder. Sorry for not following up. Yes, we're still on. And that would have been the whole thing reserved and you would have had a date lined up. But man, you went in with some pessimistic aggression here. What do the comments say? A simple, just want to double check we're still good for insert date or something would have been fine. That I'm assuming you're going to ghost me comes off as desperate or defeated. And what purpose does it serve? If they are already going to ghost you, they're not going to change their mind because of that message. Yeah, I figured that out. I really screwed up. Hey, you live and you learn. Yeah, it's all right, man. You may have screwed up, but at the same time, making fumbles like this is inevitable in the process of learning and enhancing social skills. Understanding what went wrong and why, try to see what emotions in you drove you to that behavior and how you can deal differently with these emotions in the future instead of lashing out. Embrace the cringe, dare to laugh a little at yourself, and move forward. That's very good advice. You made a mistake, you realized it, and you've learned from it. That's what it means to be human. Kudos to you, man. And you must have been doing quite well up until this point because it sounded like you kind of secured yourself a date. So better luck next time, Forsaken Security 891. All right, next. Am I the only one who feels this way? Good morning. How's the week been treating you? I'm just getting over a cold, so things are looking up for me. Do you really have 9 siblings? It's been busy, lol. After being on these dating apps, I truly understand why there was a minimum word count on homework in school. That is a valid crash out. I mean, she read the first good morning and then how's the week been treating you, replied to it, and just completely forgot about the following information and the question after that. I mean, I'm getting over a cold, so things are looking up for me. Isn't the most interesting thing ever, but I mean, if you're going to reply to the first bit, you might as well just acknowledge it. And having 9 siblings, I'm one of 9, and I never shut up about it. This is probably the 100th time I mention it in a video. Who doesn't want to talk about a fun fact about their family on a dating app? I mean, when I read do you really have 9 siblings? I was like, hold up, is this me? But then I was like, oh no, it can't be. None of my dresses are light blue. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Why are you on a dating app if you're going to put this much effort in? Actually, for some people, I just feel like they just feel like they can. They're just going to bore their way through hundreds of conversations because eventually someone will come along that's desperate enough to carry the entire conversation. Yeah, no, you're not the only one that feels this way, at least in my experience. 90% of my matches go like this. And unless I drove the conversation, it's like trying to get blood out of a stone. So now I have very little tolerance for it. If all I'm getting are 3-word answers, I'll unmatch after the first couple of messages. It's really your fault for asking 2 questions in the same message. How do you expect them to be able to focus on 2 things at once? /S. Sarcasm indicator, for those who don't know.
Cheers, Jeff.
How's the week been treating you is one of my least favorite questions, to be honest. It's been fine. It's just work. I mean, yeah, valid, but why is that the one she responded to then? Like, why respond to that and not the siblings question? I mean, he definitely could have been more interesting in his opener, but I think he deserved better. Give the boy a chance. All right, next. Twin Flames. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, thanks. Conversation done. Me after a social interaction like this, my finest work. Not one stutter, not one awkward moment, not an awkward silence. The perfect social encounter. I do find this even funnier though, like the fact that some people will reach out first and still be boring. It's like, you actively do want to speak to me, but you've got nothing interesting you want to ask me. Why? It makes no sense to me. But maybe these two will have the happiest, most peaceful, boring lives ever together. Dude, you should probably flag your post for not safe for work content because the sexual tension is crazy. Match made in heaven. Unfortunately, they invited me over to play bridge. That is so not unexpected. Although, I'm just realizing I have no idea what bridge is. It's a popular strategic partnership card game for 4 players. 2 teams. 4 player. Is he... Are they going to meet the parents? Or are there going to be 2 other... Is this going to be freakier than it sounds? Actually, judging by these messages, there is no way there is anything even remotely spicy going on during their bridge first date. By the way, side note, but did you know there's a YouTube equivalent of swiping right? That's right, it's called the subscribe button. If this is your first time here and you're enjoying the video, or you come here a lot and you've not subscribed yet and you want to see more, if you click that little subscribe button down below, it means you can catch more videos just like this as soon as they're out. It's free, it only takes a second, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, something like 70% of regular viewers aren't actually subscribed to the channel. If that's you and you like hanging out in these videos, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you're watching on a games console or the family TV, whip out your phone, head over to the Arthur Frederick channel and hit that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And hey, if you've recently subscribed, if you've been subscribed for a minute, or you're about to hit that button, thank you. I really, let me say it again. I really appreciate it. I really do. All right, that's enough self-promo. Back to the freaky online dating people. Red flag? Oh nah, number 7. It's all good, boys. Looking for, still figuring it out. Monogamy, open to exploring. So about me, 1, got a position open as a support person for all my court hearings and proceedings. Oh my. Number 2, I'm on bail. No, I cannot stay the night at yours. Number 3, I hate this app, bro. Number 4, indefinitely banned from Snapchat. What kind of weird shit are you getting up to be going to court and also getting banned from Snapchat? Number 5, you'll drive because I'm not allowed to do that either. And banned from the roads. What the? Number 6, no farmers or anyone who touches guns. I get randomly tested for residuals. No farmers, why? Someone's gonna have to explain that to me. But she gets randomly tested for residuals for touching guns. And number 7, I promise it's all not as bad as it sounds. Number 2, 5, and 6 are literally just standard bail restrictions. Don't judge me, please, please, please. It's hard not to judge you. And that as a photo is wild. This whole profile is wild. I'm glad this caption wasn't an I can fix her as well, because there are men out there saying that right now. I bet she still gets a lot of right swipes. And I mean, again, when we have these, you kind of have to admire the honesty of being very upfront about it, rather than leading someone on and on date 3 being like, oh, by the way, I'm a hardened criminal who's done Grand Theft Auto and armed robbery. And I posted it all to Snapchat and made bank from it. And now I'm banned from everything. Why would anyone see this and be like, this is the kind of chaos I want to invite into my life? Swipe right if you think life's going a little too well and you want to make it more interesting. Standard bail restriction to be randomly tested for gun or explosive residue. I'm out on bail and never even knew this was possible as a condition, lol. No, Roland TR, I can fix her. Don't do it. What the fuck did she do that her bail terms include getting randomly tested for gunshot residue? I'm more curious about the no farmers. I wonder, is that a personal preference or what? Oh, fertilizer contains ammonium nitrate, which can also be used to make explosives. Interesting. I think I've heard that before, actually. Fuck it, raw. Oh, El Maestro Messi, you are getting yourself in some trouble someday. All right, next. Automatic disqualification. A life goal of mine is to visit the 16th chapel. So close as well, because that's actually a really wholesome life goal. I mean, look at this place. Who wouldn't want to visit this? It's stunning. Also, I feel like I've mentioned this, I've showed my iPhone background before, but my iPhone background is a fresco by Raphael. It's the School of Athens. And these are all frescoes. These are Michelangelo, or at least most of them are. This is my perfect prompt, but they just spelt it wrong. Also, why the grimace? Is that because they're joking? Are they indicating they're joking? Is that a funny? Is this a new meme I'm not aware of? Honestly, kind of funny. If there's a joke here, it went a mile over my head. Me too, Kudult. Official Sandwich Man says they're misspelling Sistine Chapel. Okay, we gathered that. Oh god, I didn't even register that's what it could have been. No, I got that bit, but are they doing it because they think that's how it's spelled, or are they being serious? You know what? Not worth the risk. Left swipe. All right, next. I just can't sometimes. Okay, so she liked his photo. Start the chat with Shelby. I can't get enough of Godzilla or Star Wars. They're amazing. I'm guessing that was in her profile somewhere. Also, I guess the lie is that you only broke one ankle as a kid. You seem like you'd break both. Probably at the same time. Not at the same time, but yes. Okay, kind of ignoring his joke there. I'm too good. Bull riding's pretty sick. How do you get into that? My family. Makes sense. Are you from OK? Is that Oklahoma? It is. Arkansas, but I live in Stillwater. I mean, this is incredibly dry from her, but I feel like he's darting around topics as well a little bit, like my family. Like, oh, what do you mean your family? Like, are they into it? Is your dad a professional bull rider? Tell me more. Because a little tell me more like gives her a prompt to start speaking, and then you can be like, if she then sends a one-word answer, you can be like, you're putting in no effort, I'm bored by this. But like, makes sense. Are you from Oklahoma? Like, that's That's a yes or no question. And you can say more, but I don't know. Anyway, Arkansas, but I live in Stillwater. Okay, cool. I like Arkansas. I've been there a handful of times. I'm from Dallas. Nice. I guess it's kind of like a concrete nightmare, suburbia. Oh, it almost feels like you're subjecting yourself to this. To what? This conversation, lol. I'm sorry, where are you from? Yeah, I mean, tough read in general, but could be worse. She's definitely being very boring and very dry, but can't lie, kind of so are you. I mean, props, you're trying harder than she is. You deserve better, but I feel like you could also do better. Just too many starting a new topic of conversation and then moving on straight away when she doesn't dive straight into it. Which again, definitely more her fault than yours, but yeah, you could have done more. And fair play to her for acknowledging it and being like, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. This has been boring so far. Where are you from? Finally a question back. And you know what as well? Props to you for the way you handled it. I feel like this is a quite light-hearted, jokey way of of handling the fact that this is a very boring conversation. Gave her the chance to change things and turn things around, and she took it. And I feel like we see a lot of on Reddit of people getting into the situation and being like, God, you're boring. This is why you're going to die alone and you're evil and I hate you and I'm going to die alone because no one loves me. And it's like, bro, relax. So yeah, well handled. Seems like there's potential here. Good luck to you both. Where you're from killed me. It's like she dissociated from the conversation, but even worse because it's text. That was funny. She's probably bouncing from convo to convo and forgot what he said. These vanilla conversations get lost. That's the other thing with like one surface level question like, are you from Oklahoma? If she's hopping on Hinge and being like, I've got 20 messages to reply to, she's going to click on it, last message, short question, short answer. Whereas if it was like, what do you mean your family? You know, what was going on there? Then she has to spend a bit of time at least explaining things. And maybe you would have got an answer back, a question back, I mean. But this is also valid. No one ever just scrolls up a bit to see what they previously said anymore. Oh, that's so embarrassing. A jester dancing in front of a queen. The world is full of dull conversationalists. Okay. Oh, all right, next. Women. Man up and text me already. Laughing emoji. Any fun plans this week? Oh, she gave you a shot and you took it and you went with a boring question. That's so sad. And you got wait, you sent this at 3:18 p.m. on Christmas and said, any fun plans this week? What kind of NPC dialogue is this? Any fun plans this week? Like there's not a massive event in the calendar happening that very day. And then you followed up later on saying, will probably get me unmatched, but when can I expect you to woman up and reply? Oh, it's so cringe. The prefacing by going like, this will probably get me unmatched, but when can I expect... If you'd just been like, when can I expect you to woman up and reply? I personally think that's kind of funny. Bit of banter showing there's a bit about you that's not just, what you up to this week? Yeah, how's your day been? But the NPC line, when you know she's interested, followed by a really cringe preamble to this is not good, buddy. And to be fair, actually, she was sending the message at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and she's clearly interested. Could she not have let one boring message slide? I think everybody sucks here. Man up and give me attention already. This. Oh, it does make you curious. Like, what if he had sent a really interesting, good message? Surely she would have actually responded, right? Or is she genuinely just sending this to a bunch of people being like, I want attention, dance for me, jester, dance for me, monkey, I want to be entertained. I mean, if that's the case, she deserves a sassy response. But you gotta give yourself a bit more of a fighting chance than just that, I fear. And you know what? If she was interested and she's disappointed at how this has gone, she can take a bit of personal responsibility next time and come up with an interesting opening herself for once. Just terrible all round. All right, next. Girl, think you forgot something. Bumble, my bio. Sure. Here's a short and engaging Bumble about me bio option for you. She's AI generated a sentence. Fine, 2 sentences. Nurse by day, spontaneous planner by night. Fluent in sarcasm, medical lingo, and dreaming big. Let's swap stories over a good coffee or a drink. You needed AI to come up with that for you. Oh, it's so over. These people must just be content with being single because there is just no effort, or they know they can get away with it, and I don't know which is worse. I mean, you have to be pretty damn bad to read an AI generated bio and be like, you know what, I'm still gonna go for it. Oh, however, if it's intentional, it's hilarious. NGL. Why don't I just say NGL? I'm not gonna lie. To make it more obvious, I'd extend the AI intro and cut off the actual response after the first word or so. Like, sure, here's an example of a short dating profile focusing on your sense of humor and your employment as a nurse. As requested, it now points out your creativity and sense of sarcasm without mentioning felonies or your fetish for yeah, very good. Yeah, because I mean, that is the issue. Like with stuff like this, you just never know. Because there definitely are people that AI generate their bios. But this is kind of funny if it's a joke. But again, I would not invest the time in finding out. Fluent in sarcasm. Fucking Kill me. I cringe extremely hard every time I see this. Oh, it's like that couple on first dates where they're like, oh, you like banter. I love banter too. It's sick, innit? I'm the king of banter. It's like, oh, God.
Do you like banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
It's just painful. Oh, I've legit had girls forget to remove the quotes that ChatGPT gives them in their responses to me. Yeah, whether this bio is a joke or not, these are dark times we're living in. Dark times. And I fear they're about to get a whole lot darker. Don't know why I bother. From Lightning McQueen from Cars. Liked your photo. Foot job? Fuck no. Wasting my time. Put your request in your bio then next time, you idiot. Put your weight. Bro, you can see I'm fat from my pictures. Can't see that you're an idiot in yours. Evident immediately, however. I said I'm French, you must have guessed. I'll be more prejudiced next time. Great, no need to say thanks, no worries. For sure, have a shit new year. Thank you very much. See, am I cooked or were they flirting? This was a wild intro, but they kind of matched each other's hater energy. Again, with the internet, you could never tell. They could absolutely hate each other. Or this could be a bit of classic British-French banter. Because I've seen people that flirt like this, and I've also seen people that hate like this. Am I far off base? What do the comments say? Yeah, top comment. He was kind of into it at the end there. That's what I was thinking. Too bad he missed the shot and realised cool partner potential when she started spitting facts. I know, right? This is literally one of the funniest interactions I've seen on this sub. The instant back and forth is hilarious. Oh man, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I said I'm French, you must have guessed. These literally had the best back and forth I've ever seen on this app. Great chemistry, to be honest. Oh, I'm so glad other people feel this too. Because when I was saying it, I was predicting comments being like, what is wrong with you, Arthur? Yeah, and can see I'm fat in my pictures, can't see you're an idiot in yours. It's just fantastic from both of them. This conversation is dripping with sexual tension, I'm sorry to say. Marry him. Enemies to lovers. Best comeback story ever. What a hilariously bizarre final post to finish on. So if you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to subscribe down below so you can catch the next installment of Weirdos of Tinder. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.